Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
All right. You want to bring it on in?
Man. Oh, don't spill the crown, man.
That's a good catch. It's your boy G-Wiz.
And Mrs. G-Wiz.
And this is the iKneadLove podcast, episode 004. And we are back live, y'all. What up to the world? Dropping audio for the bodio. That's my saying.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
You like that, right? Dropping audio from the bodio. So yeah, we live. I'm here.
Labor Day weekend.
Labor Day weekend with the one and only my lovely wife, Mrs. G-Wiz.
Hey.
How was your week? What are you drinking? You drinking water tonight?
Yeah, well, I had 3 drinks at dinner. So I gotta pace myself.
We just left from over a friend's house, watching the LSU football game. Shout out to the Tigers for the win. They beat Miami. So how was your week?
It's good. I had another class start last week and a bunch of good kids, so it's promising.
Good. Are the kids paying attention to school? They not smoking weed?
That's not the issue now.
We want to give a shout out to KDIF 102.9 FM, Phoenix, Arizona. What up?
Hey.
We in here dropping audio from the bodio.
Twice already, huh?
Said your week was good. My week was pretty good.
Kids didn't drive you crazy?
They always drive me crazy, but, you know, that's what kids do.
Not more than normal, though.
Nah, not no more than normal. So, it was all good.
It's always good.
Yeah, so I'm not complaining. Anybody who you want to give some shout-outs to?
I say Miss Rebecca.
Word.
Holding it down this evening with us.
Look at you using cool slang.
I'm trying.
Holding it down.
I'm trying. And
Kudos.
Dr. P.
Dr. P in the house.
He gave us a lot of information for this evening, so it's kind of fun.
We got some good questions. What you been reading all weekend? Because you've been tuned into your books. I feel like I ain't talked to you all weekend because you've been stuck to your books.
I'm sorry.
I ain't mad at you.
I know, just a little escapism.
But that's what this is for.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
We
enjoy your
connect here.
books. Yeah.
Without the kids, without them yelling and screaming like they've been doing the past 3 days. It's been obnoxious, more than normal. I'm actually reading a series, an MC motorcycle club biker series right now.
Okay.
So the first book ended in suspense. So I'm like, oh my god!
What's it called?
How did I pull up this? Wrong format. Let me go here.
Just straight unpreparedness.
I didn't know you were going to be asking these. Death Chasers MC series.
All right. So anybody out there want to check out some motorcycle club books?
I'm sorry, it's an escape for me.
What you escaping? Where you escaping from?
The kids.
Yeah.
The headaches. Real life.
Yeah.
Drama with people who are running the government and
there's a lot going on right now.
there's a lot, and it's sad just with the Queen of Soul passing and John McCain. It's just a tough week in national
That's true.
people here.
It was sad to hear of Aretha Franklin's passing. I'm a big Aretha Franklin fan. R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
She was fantastic.
I grew up on those kind of records.
So did I.
Playing around the house.
It was great.
Yeah.
Clean music, fun music, something you can belt out to.
She did it for the ages.
Right? It's classic. It's timeless music.
It is.
I loved how the Queen of England gave her a tribute at the Changing of the Guard. That was fun.
Yeah, that was cool. What did you think about that long funeral?
I'm sure it was entertaining being there.
That funeral was long.
7 hours, I think it was.
I would have fell asleep.
I don't think so with all that music that I think it's because they had so many people coming in singing and shows. But how do you not leave because you're so freaking hungry after 7 hours?
I believe Aretha Franklin would have said, you know, it's okay for you to pull out your flask and have a little sip in this
Dude, I would have been so effing hungry after 7 hours, halfway through.
I would have been too. I had a bag of chicken with me at all times.
But I don't know if they would let you in with chicken, though.
I'd have get it in there. I'd have got worse things to do at the airport. Hello. Let's get to some questions, baby.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. P, for this one.
Yeah.
Or he was our source tonight. When we got married, about just with us religion and how do we deal with our religious backgrounds, and if we consolidating religion, how do we do that?
How do we do that?
Well, we were fortunate. We're both Christian, so it's not that big of a jump.
Right.
We got married in my church, and I grew up Lutheran.
Mm-hmm.
You grew up Baptist.
Yep, pretty much.
Is there a difference between Baptist and Southern Baptist?
I believe there is. I think it's Southern Baptist a little more strict on things, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know which. Were you Baptist or Southern Baptist?
I really don't know. I was in the South and I was Baptist, so maybe I was Southern Baptist.
Who knows? We did get married in my Lutheran
I got
church.
baptized.
So did I back in the day.
That's right.
I had communion. I did communion.
Yeah.
I was never an altar girl.
Were you forced to get baptized, or like did your parents offer you up as a baptism?
I think I got baptized when I was 5.
Yeah.
My sister and I got baptized in different churches, but I don't know if she got baptized in the other church or not.
I think I got baptized when I was probably like 5, 6.
Yeah, it's about me too.
I asked to do it though.
I don't know I don't think I asked to do it.
Yeah.
So a lot of times you'll see babies coming in and getting baptized.
Yeah, and a lot of cultures they it's like just part of the whole situation. Once you get a certain age, I guess you go get baptized or whatever.
Yeah.
Catholics, maybe.
I don't know.
But as far as our kids, I don't know. I kind of I introduced my children to praying early.
Yes.
And they would have questions for me, and I would try to answer them to the best of my ability.
And we're people who don't strictly attend church.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say like I religiously attend church, but I'm a very spiritual person.
But
for sure.
And our older daughter asked to go to Sunday school.
Yeah.
And so we're like, okay, let's go. It was her choice, her decision, and I have no problem with that when she wants to check it out. I like the idea of being focused on that, where it's, being morally responsible, I guess.
You think she likes Sunday school, or you think she liked the donuts?
The donuts. But I think she had a couple friends there. Like our neighbor
she did, though.
across the street actually goes to the same church. I don't know if they still do.
Yeah, I'm not mad at I go to church when I feel the need, I guess. I don't look at church as a gotta be there every Sunday kind of thing, but I understand the fellowship of it,
Which is good.
Being around other people and like-minded people.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And praying with each other, lifting up a higher spirit.
Yep.
Sharing stories and, giving confidence to one another, pushing one another.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah, totally is.
That's never been wrong.
Nope. You find your faith in your own ways.
The business side of church is a little funny to me sometimes.
The organized church? Organized church?
What's unorganized church? I think all churches are organized.
True. Organized religion, let me put it that way.
But if you got a church, it's an organized business.
True.
You know what I'm saying? I think some people just prey on their congregation, and I don't dig that.
Right. Well, some people like the community.
I met Benny Hinn one time. Benny Hinn from TBN channel, the famous evangelist with the white hair.
Well, I must admit, we are near one of the TBN network stations.
I used to work at Apple a long time ago. He came to my store. I sold him some iPhones, and I didn't know what to make of it. Like, it's like, damn, you got this guy. He comes in all diamond up and.
See, I've got issues with that.
Louis Gucci down.
But I think it's different.
3-4 bodyguards.
But he didn't have a huge church and congregation like that, right? It was just he was just on TV, wasn't he?
He still had a huge church here, though. Somewhere.
See, I have issues when you have a huge... It's okay to have a huge church and a huge community.
Yeah.
But when you're doing better than 90% of your congregation, living in mansions and having private planes and driving fancy cars...
Yeah.
I have issues with that when you see some preachers come out through that.
Yeah, it's kind of messed up.
It's different when your whole entire congregation's the same as you, but it kind of comes off that you're taking advantage of those funds that are coming into you.
Yeah, it does. It looks that way from a lot of viewpoints. And a lot of people don't dig it. Me being one of those people in particular. I go to church. I make a donation there now and then. You know what I'm saying?
Do you believe in that 10% of tithing?
Yeah, but not to the church, per se. I think giving back 10% to who you want to give it back to.
Okay. You ready for the next question then? You're like, okay, I'm done with this. Deal breakers in your relationship.
You get put me on blast on here.
I am, because you still have the issue. Granted, it's not as bad. And since your brother from another mother isn't around as much.
Yeah.
Well, you picked up a lot. So.
All right, word. Let's just throw it out there.
He smoked. He smokes cigarettes.
Yeah.
I gotta admit, I was smoking a little bit when we met, so I didn't harp on him too much about that, because we met, and it's kind of one thing that connected us, because we lived right next to each other, and so we shared a patio space.
True.
So, but I was more socially, and I really didn't do it off, and it was easy for me, like, okay, you know what, I'm over this. It's a phase for me. But his boy from Indianapolis comes into town, and I swear, the amount he smoked doubled. And granted, this is well over 10 years ago. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, that's true.
But the thing that gets me is that he's quit smoking cigarettes.
Yeah. And here I am, lonely me.
Yeah, because all your boys aren't smoking cigs anymore, are they?
Nah, I got plenty of excuses or plenty of reasons to stop.
Yes, because I thought for me it was like a deal breaker when we got married. I'm not going to marry a smoker. Da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
I let it go. And then I'm like, I'm going to put him on blast when I get pregnant.
Right.
You know? Because I'm like, I didn't want to around my kids. But the nice thing is, he changes his shirt before he comes in after smoking. Or he smokes away from the kids.
I try to be as considerate as possible.
Yeah. And you're not doing it
Which
much.
still isn't good.
But, you know, I think that's one of the things that scares me a bit.
Yeah.
That African Americans have a lot of genetic issues with heart disease and diabetes, and you have diabetes in your family.
True.
I'm not sure if you have heart disease in your family otherwise.
Of course, somewhere in there.
And it's also where you're living too, where what the foods that you're eating and how you prepare them, that can kind of help out with that. But at least you're eating better. But it scares the shit out of me sometimes that the other things you're doing are gonna lead to early heart attacks or something, disease that.
Oh, man, that's not cool.
I know.
I don't want you to be scared.
Well, you know, I'm the worry wart.
Yeah.
So it's just something that plays in the back of my mind. Like all these other things of the folks and the kids, and anything could happen.
That's true. All right. Well, yeah.
Those are mine, but I never pulled the trigger. So I know we talked about it.
I think this is kind of like pulling the trigger right here. You just kind of put me on blast.
I'm putting you on blast. It doesn't mean I'm going to leave you. Deal breaker usually means that you're sleeping out on the couch or you're out the door type of thing. That's why I consider a deal breaker.
All right. Word.
Did you have any deal breakers?
No, but starting today.
Because I'm just fabulous.
Yeah, you are pretty legit. But all right, for real. I'm man, I gotta quit this. You know what I'm saying? It's a bad habit.
Yeah, do it for your girls, man. Don't do it for me. Do it for your girls.
Yeah,
and I was hoping that was always the push that you needed.
And it is, but it's tough, man. It's a tough habit to break.
It's totally bad.
But you know, I've broken way worse things, way worse habits. So
it's they're talking about it's harder to. It's just as bad quitting like what, heroin or something. Yeah, and just as bad.
And I
as
think
tobacco.
once you hear your kids say it too, though, then it's not really cool for real anymore.
Yeah,
it's really whack. So I'm working on that. Y'all out there on the internet, man, y'all help me with that, man. Stay focused. Send me some suggestions on what I could do to cut cravings and
right, because apparently he doesn't listen to me.
Kick the habit.
When I send him stuff about, you could go to this group or use carrots, use celery.
I listen. It kind of goes on one end, out the other sometimes, but
90% of the time,
it's it's in the back of my mind for sure.
Right.
So that's something I'm definitely gonna work on. You got my word.
Well, you have phases, and when sometimes you do really well by dropping back.
Right.
But then some shit happens. You get stressed over something, and
but you know what though? I've been feeling like that lately. Like lately, I've been feeling like just not the most healthy, not the best I can be health-wise, physically.
And I thought the first major health kick we got into, where you dropped quite a few pounds, that was going to do it for you.
Yeah. I think it's time for me to really take grip and get back on track with everything. You know, I think it helps me out, not just physically, but mentally as well, to be centered, you know.
Yeah. Not
I think lately,
dependent on something.
Yeah, I think lately, I don't know. I've been going through things. You know what I'm saying?
It's okay. There's been a lot going on in the world.
Yeah, so I'm definitely going to make a conscious effort of trying to better myself. And that's what it's all about, man. Life is trying to better yourself, trying to be better than you were yesterday. As you're over here yawning.
I'm sorry.
Is my story boring to you?
No, it's the alcohol, man.
I know.
I should probably keep on drinking, but...
Blame it on the alcohol. You might as well.
I know.
Holiday.
Wait.
So yeah, y'all send me y'all health suggestions, man, tips, man. Help your boy. You know what I'm saying? I've helped y'all. Hopefully some of y'all.
And if something's worked for you, let us know.
For real.
He needs all the tips he can get.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my mind back right, man. Like, you know, your boy's been not just, I haven't been centered like I should be.
Tried acupuncture.
You're right. I haven't.
And I know we looked into hypnosis, but I remember it being mass expensive.
Yeah, hypnosis was crazy, but I ain't really down to do that anyway. I feel like somebody gonna tell me do something I ain't supposed to be doing. You know? You never know. They might set a trigger in your mind or something. Every time you hear a bell, you get naked. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't want that to happen.
Maybe I'll be there and suggest a trigger for you.
Maybe. That's not a bad idea.
I just want to also know who's used acupuncture. Just for that.
All right. On that note, how about we take a break? Let's play some music.
Sounds good.
Play some music for some people. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. This is the iKneadLove Q&A radio show with your boy G-Wiz.
And Mrs. G-Wiz.
We'll be right back.
Yeah. Hey, this young Wiz hollering at you, man. Hey, this is dedicated to anybody and everybody who ain't sticking to the code. G-code, man. Break bread. Look. Now, all my life I sacrificed for what I aim to be. And I'm black, so hard times ain't no stranger to me. 22 with a soul grown old. Let the truth be told. Been down in the game with 10 toes. Met a lot of friends, some turn foes. My life lesson of putting trust in niggas that I don't know. Wise words to the youth, like a dollar from my hand to you. Do my part and break bread from the booth. Don't understand why these cats with the upper hand demand stacks up on rap, but ain't giving no funds back. They interview say they keeping it real, but what's real when your people still struggle to live? I know how it is, I'm hood too. Blessed to breathe, and I never let this game get the best of me. Shit, it's the code I stick to until I'm dead. Strategize my moves and break bread.
It's time for a change. Life sure getting tough for me, baby. Something's gotta shake. Ooh,
Something gotta shake, man.
gotta be a way. Being stressed out, it's getting played out.
Real talk.
Trying to get it. I'm just trying to break
Stars and lights, I'd rather be a moon in the dark. Before I let the paper, the cars influence the art. From the start, took time to embrace my roots. Speak truth, cause the real will always shine through. Check it, now everything you see ain't always what it seems. And when I say break bread, it ain't always clean. Money to death, to love, everything in between. Shout out to all my people who couldn't live this dream. One time for my peoples in the projects. I know life gets hard when you're living check to check, but I'm just like y'all, so I know how it is for me to hit the block cool and break bread with the kids. When I'm paid that way, it ain't in me to be shady. It's in my blood, I was raised that way. Yeah, and in the end, it's all plain to see. I got love for anybody who got love for G's, and that's real.
It's time for a change. Life sure getting tough for me, baby. Something's gotta shake. Ooh,
Something gotta shake, man.
gotta be a way. Being stressed out, it's getting played out for me. Trying to get
At this walk, it's just loco, start pulling money out these pockets. Now all these cars and all these shows don't mean nothing to me if my G's can't roll. If I'm on, you own. If I roll, you roll. You got my back, I got your back. That's how we stick to the code. Down to my last dollar, I'll tear it with you. You my peoples, man, I'm supposed to break bread with you. I see you grinding, homie, do what you do. And if you catch that case, I keep your family cool. I ain't tripping, I sell a Cadillac on chrome. Drop a stack at your mama's to keep the heat turned on. Ain't a thing to me. Real, recognize real, that's real. I know my dog will do the same for me. So next time you cash that check, I hit that lick. I try to come down on the block, flashing your whip. Think about the kids you pass. Throw it up in their face and laugh. One day they gon' get your ass to break free.
It's time for a change. Life sure been tough for me, baby. Something's gotta shake. Ooh, it's gotta be a way. Being stressed out is getting played out for me. Trying to get it fit. I'm just trying to break bread. Oh, it's time to break bread. I've been struggling for so long. It's time to break bread. It's time to break bread.
On this laid back cool, kick off your shoes, let the incense burn and get comfortable. On my laid back cool, switch the mood to a feeling of something that's comfortable. I done seen folk hustling to get by and die, looking for something to comfort you.
That me and Wesley,
Cool,
man.
that ain't comfortable. You only cool as comfortable. Follow my mission daily and spend my mind, no compromising when I'm speaking. Maybe between the lines, I often find a common ground that saves me. It hardly pays me, but it helps from being led astray. Meanwhile, I tribulate my trials, causing mass confusion. Sipping fluid, and the music helps to keep me moving. Best a child that left his home and never found his calling. Dodging laws, cause he said he wanted the ball, but now he's falling and realize we all slip. Some for the money, sell they soul for the fame, and it's no changing us. We have been sent, sparking revolution, embark on new shit, showing you what the truth is. Yeah, this music's the remedy. If not, you tell me how I made it past 23. My comfort zone connects with positive energy, drawn closer by the image of the God in me. Follow wisdom and we on this late back cool. Kick off your shoes, let the incense burn and get comfortable. On my laid back cool, switch the mood to a feeling of something that's comfortable. I done seen folk hustling to get by and die, looking for something to comfort you. Cool, that ain't comfortable. You only cool as comfortable. A happy home is what you make it, that's what they be saying. Joyful spirit similar to the children playing. If I could turn back the hour, minute, it's secondhand. I take the time to take the pistol out of my brother's hand. I make a song and I leave it for all the sons and daughters, and make a wish that every child born had a father. And in the wake of destruction, I'm blessed with the gift, but it's real life, it is what it is. Follow my mind and take it to a time when I was low. Follow my heart, see the future and what I'm praying for. Walk in my shoes, they borrow. Life may be hard to swallow, and I know I ain't promised tomorrow. So if this is it, the last rhyme I write, a verse I spit, preserve it, hand it out to the kids, man. Tell them get old, but not too quick. Relax, open your mind, expand. Cause knowledge is wisdom, and we on this late back cool. Kick off your shoes, let the incense burn and get comfortable. On my laid back cool, switch the mood to a feeling of something that's comfortable. I done seen folk hustling to get by and die, looking for something to comfort you. Cool, that ain't comfortable. You only cool as comfortable. On this laid back cool, kick off your shoes, let the incense burn and get comfortable. On my laid back cool, switch the mood to a feeling of something that's comfortable. I done seen folk hustling to get by and die, looking for something to comfort you. Cool, that ain't comfortable. You only cool as comfortable.
Like we said, man, send us your health tips, suggestions on kicking habits. All right, next question.
Okay, I obviously did not write this one down pretty well because I was probably a drink and a half in. Breach politics with kids. Do you remember we talked about that?
I do. Politics with kids. Well, if you got black kids like me, you gotta let them know the deal early. You know, you gotta tell them, hey, we are who we are.
But I think it's in this day and age, it's a little bit more difficult to be a black man than a black female.
Absolutely. Black females are winning right now.
Are we? Are they? I'm not we. I'm thinking from my kids aspect there.
That's funny.
Because I think my kids that's where I go for, because
That was hilarious.
I want to make sure that they know where they come from. So
yeah, true that. But yeah, African American women are prospering right now.
Serena Williams is doing awesome.
I mean, yeah, from Serena to people in the corporate offices across America, everybody just doing great. So I think I don't know. I don't really know when that comes into play. You know what I'm saying? I know you got to teach them their culture and all of that early, and I think that kind of falls in line with that.
Well, I think definitely too, just being more aware, especially as they get into high school.
Yeah.
Because they're going out more. They're not going to be around parents. They're going to definitely come into their own as a personality for them, and who they hang out with.
Yeah.
So I think making sure they're with the right people who are going to be positive, and knowing what may happen if they do go outside, or even being a female in general.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
When I was going to college, they're like, make sure if you run at night, run with a buddy.
Yeah.
And we were in a pretty safe neighborhood, but there had been a couple attacks on girls. And just understanding what it means also probably to be a girl of any shape, size, or ethnicity makes a huge difference.
I think letting children know early, who they are, their ancestry, where they come from, where their ancestors come from, what they've gone through.
But be careful with all the ancestry things.
What you mean?
That once they have your DNA, they have it, and cops can go in and request it.
Absolutely.
And that's how they had the Golden State Killer. That's how they pinned him.
Don't ever get off your DNA. I wasn't down with doing that ancestry thing.
I think it's pretty cool, but knowing that they actually don't destroy their stuff, that kind of makes me a little concerned. Because
you
it's
ain't gonna keep my
DNA
on file. You keep my DNA on file, that's gonna run you some money for sure. Because you can't clone me. I ain't going for it.
Can I clone you though?
I don't know. Would you want to clone me?
I don't know.
That'd be crazy.
Take away the smoking habits.
Take
away all like the bad habits, maybe.
All right. Maybe. That's crazy. If the technology was available.
If something happened to you, yeah.
You would clone me?
Sure, why not?
That's crazy.
I would want you around for my kids.
That's wild.
As long as I get you the way you are.
I wouldn't be the same though.
Then I don't know, man.
Or would I be the same?
I don't know. If you weren't the same, I don't think I'd want you.
Damn.
I love you, but I want you, not some...
Would I clone you? Damn.
You clone my cooking.
Definitely do that.
I clone the clinging children to me rather than you.
That'd just be too creepy for me.
It would be a little creepy.
That'd be way creepy. And your family would look at me like really weird.
The only one who'd probably be looking at by that time would be my sister.
And she would look at me really weird.
She might throw an injunction on you for doing it, though.
Yeah.
Knowing her.
So yeah, don't be cloning people, man. We kind of off the wall on this episode. We talking about some crazy stuff.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's been a crazy weekend, man.
That's been crazy?
We feeling good on drinks.
Oh.
I know I am.
Since we're talking a little bit about kids.
Yeah.
What age would you do a restricted phone, a regular phone, or a smartphone for your kids?
I'm saying regular phone restricted phone.
Now, what is it? What is a restricted phone for those who don't know?
A couple buttons where they can call you, call home.
Call emergency.
Call emergency.
And that's it.
That's it.
Cool. So
you can do that probably around 3rd to 5th grade, I feel like.
Yeah, I'm thinking kind of like that for our older daughter.
Phone is becoming part of the culture.
Right, but when she goes to play dates or something happens at school or if we mess up, I want her to be able to contact somebody.
Yeah.
Just in case. You never know what happens, especially unfortunately, with the day and age of schools. We're in a safe neighborhood, but...
Not like smartphone, though. Not to I don't know, it's easier for us to say teenage, you know what I'm saying?
I don't even want to consider it until she's in high school. But then I still have reservations. Being a teacher, I get the issue with phones, but in some aspects they're trying to integrate the phone, but it's still such a big distraction.
Yeah, what was you guys' take on phones everybody who's out there listening who got kids of age to have cell phones or who have given their kids cell
What about
phones.
a non-smartphone?
Like a flip phone?
Flip phone would be the easiest way.
A trap phone.
Whatever. Either way, it's a phone that does not have data on it. Middle school? High school?
Maybe like middle school.
I had one mom.
But then, you know what they're going to do, though? They're going to keep coming back to you talking about how their phone is whack. And they want a better phone.
Be like, you're lucky you get a phone. So during the summer, I work with another gal. Or, I don't work with her. I guess we could say we're colleagues because she teaches right after I do. Great gal. Her kid's a bit older. I think one of them's now in college and two are finishing up high school.
Right.
And she's like, I don't think she got a smartphone for them until like they were junior or senior years. And they were so happy that they finally got their smartphone. They were much more appreciative of it than they were dealing with like a regular phone.
I bet they were, though. I would be, too.
Yeah. But they appreciated the fact of what it meant to get a smartphone. Rather than like kids, I know kids who lose or break their phones and it's like a drop in the hat for them.
That's definitely going to happen.
Yeah, but it's not cheap.
No, it's not. Not at all.
So I think that's what puts me off to wait as long as possible. Maybe if when they start driving, that way they have a GPS on it.
How about when you can buy your own damn phone?
That too.
Yeah. I'm down with that one.
But what do you want them to do? Do you want to concentrate in school or work?
School. Always school first.
What I have in my plan for my children, they may not have time to work, so they won't be able to earn that extra money to buy a cell phone.
What do you think biracial children take on at school these days? As far as friends and, you know.
Well, at our oldest daughter's age, she doesn't know any difference.
True.
Because two of her
I think the world's a pretty mixed up place now.
Right. And two of her close friends are also biracial.
True.
So it's nice that she's got a couple girls. They're not exactly like her, but they're similar enough.
You know what I love? I love the fact that kids don't even think about shit like that.
I love it. Well, at this age they don't, but once they hit middle school and high school, it can be a little weird.
Could imagine so. I've never been in that situation, so I can't tell.
Well,
I've had biracial friends, and they was all cool. We never seemed to really
notice the color.
Yeah.
I know, and it's just interesting that at this age, when they start hitting middle school, I think that's when prejudices come in, I think, play, because I was talking to another mom and her older daughter is in middle school and they have middle school dances. Yeah. But what's changed from when I went to middle school, we had them right after school and it was just our school. Yeah. But now since they've all these bigger gyms, they have like the three or the couple main junior highs, they have it all in one spot at night. Yeah. And it was kind of like a segregation of what school you went to, kind of segregated you. So, because I know she got a little flack from being from a different school, even though she had friends from other schools. Yeah. So, and I think I want to say she was biracial. Because, and I think slightly Hispanic, but she ends up knowing Spanish and the girls were talking behind her back in Spanish. Yeah. But she knew exactly what they were saying.
I watched this movie on Netflix one time with this dude, like he's married to a white chick. They had a son. I cannot remember the name of this movie. But anyway, they moved to some city, you know.
Big, little city?
It was like a little small town, actually.
Country?
Small town.
Countryville?
The dad was a black guy. He was an author. He was a writer.
Okay.
And so they moved to this city and they got the son. The son's going to school. And biracial kid, so he's kind of struggling a little bit to fit in. It's mostly white. Okay. So he starts hanging out with these two white girls in the neighborhood. They're like, you know, same age, same grade or whatever, coming over to hang out. Their parents are really rich. Not the writer's parent, or not the writer.
Not the author.
Yeah, the daughters. Their parents were really rich, and they would have, let them come over or whatever. But he would start to influence them. And, like, next thing you know, they was putting videos up on YouTube with dancing and doing all these cool hip-hop moves. And like, it was a crazy movie. But that's something that culture brings to the table, too, is introducing people to new things.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I like going to schools at melting pots.
Yeah, me too.
And there is a little bit of sometimes segregation, just depending on if you played a sport or
Yeah, I like cliques or whatever.
yeah. But it's all natural. Cliques are natural. It happens all the time.
Yeah, ain't no way around that.
Right.
That's like high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's life. Even at work, you have your cliques that you hang out with, and there's some people who are just you always have a weirdo at school or at work.
Right.
There's always some weirdo at work, but those weirdos have their own weirdo friends.
True.
There's nothing wrong with that.
What do you think about in relationships being with somebody just to be with somebody, or actually being with somebody who makes you better? You know?
I mean, without the love?
I just feel like I know some people who are in relationships where the other person is kind of like dead weight, but they still love the person, I guess. I don't know.
They may not be in love, but they at least love the person. They may not be in love with
And
them.
me, on the other hand, I'm always like, man, you should be with somebody who pushes you to do better, who supports you. You know what I'm saying? And it should go the other way too.
Right. But I think also sometimes you think, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to be able to get anyone better than this person.
Damn. I guess some people do think like that.
Yeah, because it's more a fact of like, no one's going to love me the way that he loves me. No one's going to love me that way.
Is that how women think?
I don't know. Sometimes I think that way too. For like, it's no one's going to love me the way that you love me.
That's a fact.
And that's, like, don't screw up a good thing just because you think the grass is greener on the other side.
True that.
So I think that might play a role into it.
Yeah.
So, but you never know. They could just be going through a dry spell, or
They need to read that book we was talking about last week.
the 5 love languages.
Yeah, they need to read that.
But, it just might be that they're supporting them and they don't want that person to leave.
That's true.
Like, he might be afraid, let's say it's a guy and a girl, and he might be afraid that she may not be well off if they left each other.
Yeah. That's right. Well, we got to start figuring out a way to set this up where we can get some phone calls in, get some people calling us, since we are going to be live on FM radio.
Right. It'd be fun to get some different interviews in, too. Maybe
Yeah.
some authors or musicians.
Yeah, I was going to say, is there anybody like you looking forward to possibly interviewing? Or who would y'all like for us to interview,
Right. That'd be
Send us an
interesting.
email. Let us know.
Because there's a lot of people might want to interview, but you all might not have
Right.
any interest in it.
Like, we want to keep this thing interesting. We want to keep people locked. We want to make sure that we provide a good soundtrack. So we're going to have music.
We still haven't got enough music in yet, have we?
Nah, but I'm not worried about that, though. We got plenty of music.
I'm sure you do.
Don't worry about that.
I'm sure.
But, yeah, I think that'll be cool. I'm really looking forward to it. So,
We can get in some people about guidance for kids' colleges,
true.
like what parents can do,
That's right. Preparation is everything.
right? Or people about sports, what to get them into for school, so they want to go to play sports at schools, what they need to do.
Right. Maybe we could take some music requests from people.
That'd be fun too.
What kind of stuff should we play? What do you like? You like country music? I asked you that already.
I'm sorry for those who like country, but if it's too much twang, I can't do it, man.
You ever heard of Willa Walker Jr.?
I don't know.
Oh, it's so great.
You actually like some country.
Yeah, he's like the greatest country musician ever.
Is he twangy? Like
he
old
can
school
be.
country twang?
No, he's dirty and raunchy.
I might be able to get into that then.
I like it.
It also depends on what there's. One thing I do like about country, because they still tell stories.
Yeah, they
when
got great
sing.
stories, yeah.
And where a lot of the pop stuff now has gotten away from that. And I miss those stories.
Speaking of Willa Walker, he's going to be here in Santa Ana, I think early November.
At the observatory or at.
Observatory. So we should go to the show. We should check it out.
As long as I'm not working that night.
It's going to be raunchy. Hopefully I'm the only black man there.
You know, bring out some cowboy boots.
Hell yeah, give me some boots and a hat. Go out there rep for my man Willa Walker Jr. I don't know. I got a buckle.
You can wear your buckle.
I
You
got
got a few buckles. I think I gave you one of those
Kentucky
buckles
boy.
too.
Yep. And I think we should take another break.
We'll be back.
We'll be right back, y'all.
Lord, good Lord, I done tried my best to stay cool, but they still want test. Off in the city assist, fuck a dog, 9 mil in my pet. And if I'm lying, sitting shouted to death. A fine line between poverty and hood wealth. He from the ghetto, he know everything the hood felt. Rio with my state check, no 9 to 5, my outer body consists. My clone working, I'm at home on rest, stress. Damn, trying to move on like frogs jumping lilies. Life's a rough ride, minus the willies. Add up the niggas trying to live it, selling they spirit. For what you see and what you hear it, I mean heard. I know it sounds absurd, like when the birds chirp. Rebuttal contradicting minds and spoken word. Who's scared to face the truth, they say it hurts. Not we, between the lines, peep the truth first. Indeed. Suffer from dope boy tendencies, inherited like a disease. God birthed me in the era of the coke and the fiend. Learn the game from the whole strolling 18th Street. They used to let me touch their titties and hit me out with some cheese every now and then. Winter time, I still $1 wine, keep me warm. Daddy on the corner, he trying to keep the lights on. Working hard, I mean working hard. The White Jones, catch a train to the projects. Park Hill, Chopper Chill, new J's on. No grass, all dirt, but it's still long. And for the sky get dark, I better have my ass back in California Park. My big brother kept the baddest bitches. He hooked me up with their nieces or one of their little sisters. Wild niggas. And when I look back now, wish life could rewind. Like damn, what happened to the good times? What happened to the good times?
Why they gotta leave so fast? Why they gotta leave so fast? Good time. Why they gotta leave so fast? Why they gotta leave so fast? Good time. Why they gotta leave so fast? Why they gotta leave so fast? Good time. Why they gotta leave so fast? Why they gotta leave so fast?
This nigga got me reminiscing on times when I was carefree. Little nappy headed kids playing in bare feet. Sometimes was cool, flirting with the neighborhood girlies was way too real. Got me running, playing hide and go get it to catch a feel. Took for granted, now I notice I'm fiending for granny's meals. Family members coming together, plenty meat on the grill. Give me the chills, thinking back on when barely enough was plenty. This foundation that you see was built on pennies. Smoking on paper squares and drinking Thunderbird. Before you know it was a freestyle session. Drink got me slurring my words, playing ball up in Sinclair. Box it out with your homies, see us, we chillin' tomorrow. I know you been there, got half on the dime sack. Hit the mall and pull some numbers like I did that. Wild niggas. And as I look back now, I wish I could rewind. Like damn, what happened to the good times? What happened to the good times?
Why they gotta leave so fast? Why they gotta leave so fast? Good time. Why they gotta leave so fast? Why they gotta leave so fast? Good time. Why they gotta leave so fast? Why they gotta leave so fast? Good time. Why they gotta leave so fast? Why they gotta leave so fast?
All right, we back. I ain't sobered up at all.
You just had a shot. What do you expect?
I feel like I'm gonna start sweating.
And here, I'm finally waking up out of my
I need
alcohol.
some water. Please. Let me have some of your water. Because this is crazy.
Well, you're the one who drank too much now.
Shout out to the FCC. Let's get into another topic. Let's see. Here we go. What? I wrote this. This doesn't make any sense at all. I got a good one. All right. So we're going to get into another subject. And this is really interesting. Let's talk about health and wellness as a couple. Because I think keeping each other in tune, keeping each other motivated, keeping each other healthy is a great thing. What do you think?
It's important.
It is.
Because if you're not taking care of you or each other, who's going to take care of your kids?
That's true.
But it's more than just overall wellness. It's about letting someone know if they need to seek. If you notice a downturn that they're not stepping out at, ask them if they need to go speak to somebody.
That's true.
Because it took us a minute for us to get mom to get to go to somebody.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until a doctor said, now are you seeing someone, that she's like, okay, fine, I'll see somebody.
Yeah, that's true. I think just keeping an eye on your significant other.
Yeah.
You know, in the aspects of health and wellness and things like that. I think, working together in certain aspects if you need to is a great thing too. Like we haven't worked out together in a long time.
I don't ever really worked out together.
Like when we first started hanging out, we did.
Did we?
Yeah, every now and then. It wasn't like a regular thing, but every now and then we go.
Oh, we did a couple times when we went to the gym.
Yeah, we had a couple little sessions.
Yeah, you know, you can always get free with me. I'm at the spot. We go to different places. I go in that's closer to work.
She goes hard though.
I try to. You know, I'm trying to prepare myself for the long haul.
Man, she gets it in.
Dad's not in the best of health, so I want to be able to help out in that aspect.
That's true, and that's the mindset I'm starting to have nowadays. Is wellness, and I think keeping each other inspired to do so is a good thing.
Yes, I know. I've had a little getting back into work, having a little cold. Thanks, Coco.
Yeah. Gotta take your vitamins.
Yeah, I took a minute off.
Yeah.
Well,
we both did.
And I heard from a doctor that you don't necessarily need vitamins if you're eating well.
That's true. That's very true.
But you also
don't need supplements if you're eating right.
You also it's different if you have a disease, autoimmune disease, or something else that's going on in your system. Totally different.
Yeah.
Totally different. But you got to make sure that your vitamins are water soluble. So if you already get enough of those vitamins, is that you're able to pee them out.
That's true.
You pee out the excess that doesn't get absorbed or have any other issues.
We should get somebody on here to drop some health tips. Like I don't know.
A doctor?
Physical trainer or a doctor. Yeah, we should get a doctor on here. Dr. P in the house.
Hopefully we can get him.
He's like the Master P of doctors.
He's a lot of fun too. He has a great sense of humor for what he sees
man.
all the time.
He cooks some good carne asada. It's really good. Shout out. So that was another episode of the iKneadLove Q&A radio show, podcast, whatever you want to call it. We're going to keep giving our listeners exclusive content on the podcast tip, and we're going to keep dropping y'all these weekly radio shows, showcasing dope music, dope conversation, dope topics, all that good stuff.
Sounds
what do you
good.
think? Sound good?
I like it.
You like it?
I do.
Do I sound good?
Sound sexy, baby.
All right, word. All right, so we're going to get out of here. We're going to play y'all one last tune, and we will check back in with y'all soon. Shout out to KDIF for having us on and giving us the opportunity to do this. This is going to be a great, long-lasting relationship. And we're going to keep bringing the heat to y'all. So if y'all got any questions,
please send it our way. iKneadLove@gmail.com.
Yep, iKneadLove@gmail.com. Send us your questions, comments. Make sure you subscribe us on iTunes, Google's, anywhere on the internets.
And hopefully we'll have a website or a Facebook page up and running soon.
Yeah, we're growing. So y'all bear with us. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate the time. Peace and love, y'all. It's the iKneadLove Q&A radio show. Your boy G-Wiz.
And Mrs. G-Wiz.
Phoenix, what up, though?
I know you gonna dig this.
Cooking soul.
And different reefers, we Cali smoking. Dating wise on my G-Ride, Gold Coast. And my ghetto dreamer, new Lolo when I Latin Cali rolling. It keep me something heavy in my holster. Heaven only seconds away from my holster. Man, I came from wet fiends, tried, but that smoking. Drowning sorrows with bottles of brown, leaving me hopeless. On another note, me and all my niggas still dealing narcotics and other options so we can pay our bills. Might ship a double whammy to Miami to keep it real. Cut the endo with the Aldo for another flip. And shit, before I go out, let me strap me a vest on. Pray up and fully load my magazine for my protection.